Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rachel and I'm a musician as well as a Eurovision fan, and the time has come for me to review Switzerland's entry for this year's upcoming Eurovision Song Contest. So please stay tuned to the end of the video where I will be scoring this song out of 10. Subscribe if you haven't already. I make very similar content to this and I am feeling much better. I had COVID this week, so I'm much more up to a video today. I probably won't sneeze and cough as much. So let's talk about Switzerland. Switzerland, in my opinion, are a country that are one to watch at Eurovision, especially in the past few years, because they really just keep on giving goods. We had in 2019 Luca Hänni, which was a solid performance. The music wasn't necessarily my cup of tea, not the kind of song I'd tend to go for, but I thought the whole package, the dance, the performance, everything on stage really worked and they totally deserved their top 5 finish. And then we had Gjon's Tears in 2020 and 2021, which was just an even bigger step up. Gjon's Tears, one of the best male voices I've heard almost ever. I think he is so talented, angelic voice, amazing exploration with chords and harmony in his music, especially in Tu l'univers last year, which had some really nice chromatic movements. If anyone is a musician, you might know what I'm talking about there. It was my runner-up last year, so I'm really excited to see where Switzerland has gone this year, because I really believe that this country want to win Eurovision and they will do anything in their power to stand out at this contest. So let's have a look at what's happened this year. They have internally selected Marius Bear and his song is called Boys Do Cry, which is incredibly true because I saw it when England lost against Italy in the Euros last year. We saw a lot of boys crying. But yeah, I'm excited to see what this song is about, and let's get straight into this. Nice piano line. Ooh.
In my room lives a boy who could be blue, and you might never know. Oh, you think he's cavalier? He would shed more than a crocodile tear if you go. Oh,
nice.
Hearts, they got broken, God only knows why. And sometimes aeroplanes fall down from the sky, and mountains they crumble, and rivers they run dry. And
nice major to minor movement, great chord.
Boys do cry.
Okay, this is very, very promising. It's giving me Salvador Sobral vibes from 2017 in terms of its very stripped back appearance and sound. And I also really like how they are using just really kind of laid back chords. The way it's moving, it's very slow moving, but it's not dragging. And I quite like how they're using that major to minor chord movement, if you can hear there. That's a very antique way of writing music. It's sort of harkening back to the 60s, I think. It's kind of reminding me a bit of Louis Armstrong, but obviously the voice is nowhere near, you know, whatever. Obviously, if my COVID was a lot worse, I think I'd be able to do a better impression there. So yeah, I really like the general kind of pace of this. I know some people might find this type of music to be quite boring, but I think it's doing just about enough to keep me listening and engaged. I really like the instrumentation as well. The chords suit the instrumentation, that nice piano, very delicate, a little bit of strings, just really nice and quiet, but providing a little bit of vibrancy in there. So I'm interested to see how this song progresses. I think it needs to start doing a little bit more now, because we've had a copy and paste section. So I want to see a little bit more variety. But I like how this is going so far. So let's keep going. I will shut up now. Okay. Nice. Drums are being played with what's it called?
Don't
Sometimes they play drums with a sort of feather-like instrument. Instead of a drumstick, it's like almost it kind of looks like a feather duster. I can't remember the name of it because I'm not a drummer, but let me know down below if you know what I'm talking about. But it creates this really nice timbre in the drums, and it doesn't create too much of a snare noise so that it's not overpowering the vocal. Yeah, nice.
fear the wolf that lives in me. Oh, you think it's tough enough? He will cry love till the sun comes up. If you go, hearts they got broken. God only knows why. And sometimes aeroplanes fall down from the sky, and mountains they crumble, and rivers they run dry.
Some horn section in there too, very nice. Ooh, clarinet.
Boys do cry.
Ooh, adding the seventh on there, that chord, in the vocal line. That's nice.
Mountains they crumble, and rivers they run dry.
Lovely
And
chord there.
Boys do cry.
No. That's so cute. Okay. So all in all, that's a very different direction to go in for Switzerland. I think they still keep in keeping with that classic use of loads of different instruments to really create a wonderful soundscape. We had probably the biggest range of instruments so far that I've heard in a piece at Eurovision this year. I heard clarinets, I heard a horn section, so we had trumpets, horns, trombones potentially, but I can't kind of split all those out in my head. It was very light, very in the background, but it really created a lovely sound. Strings were kind of like held back at the beginning, but then they swelled to kind of really create this movement and growth in the piece, which it really needed. And I really quite just enjoyed the laid back vibe of it. The pace of it was lovely. Yeah, very sophisticated. I think the only thing that kind of lets it down is there's no clear melody or hook that you can kind of catch on to as a casual listener. I think this is the kind of piece where you can appreciate the backing, you can appreciate the songwriting and the chords and everything, but you can't really sing it back. It feels like it's more of a personal song to Marius Bear, and it's not the kind of song that is to be shared and sung back by like the crowd or a listener. It's more you kind of just listen to it, take it in. So I think that in its own is a strength, but it's also a weakness because this is a song competition, and I think in terms of the juries, they will absolutely go for something like this because of the quality of the songwriting, the performance, the meaning, the lyrics, all of those things. Boxes will be ticked, but in terms of memorability, it doesn't feel very tangible to the listener to just be able to sing it back, and that is a little bit of a problem. I probably couldn't sing most of it because I think what it was trying to do was create this crooning sensation, very much 50s, 60s, but those kinds of songs, crooning songs, if you just think about all those Christmas songs, Bing Crosby, even Michael Bublé, I know that's definitely more modern, but they have an element of being able to sing it back, even if it's just the chorus, but I don't think I could sing this back. So the hook itself isn't a strong hook in terms of competitiveness, but I still think it's a strong song overall, and I really like all of the things that they laid out for me to listen to. I could pick so many nice things about this out and, you know, give it a review. So I think in terms of a score out of 10, I'm going to have to knock it back a little bit because it is lacking in a memorability, but it will get a good score from me because of the musical elements of this, and I really like the meaning of it too. So I think I'm going to give that an 8 out of 10 for now, but please let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I'm happy to read what you guys think. and stay tuned for more content coming soon. We've still got a few more songs to go, I think 6, and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope you guys have a good rest of the weekend. Bye.